today that says some Democrats are now actually distancing themselves from the House Minority Leader. Take a listen.
They've gotten a tax bill, imagine, a tax scam that gives 83% of the benefits to the top 1% in our country. How could that be? What are they thinking?
Here now to discuss Kevin Paul Scott, Gina Loudon, and Capri Cafaro with us as well. I want to start with you, Capri, because we just had a poll up as the polling is tightening, and Nancy Pelosi, when she calls these things crumbs and she dismisses them, it feels like she's dismissing regular folks out there. And I see there's a lot of pushback in your own party against her leadership now.
Well, I think that fellow Democrats are recognizing that, Leader Pelosi, and while she's been, widely respected, has obviously missed the mark in this context. And I think, Democrats unilaterally, unanimously voted against the tax cut plan. And I think that that was ultimately a miscalculation. And so because people are getting extra money on their paychecks, because so many employers are actually, passing on bonuses and additional money and providing raises to, their employees, and they're investing in their workers. I don't think that the Democrats thought that was going to happen. I think they assumed that, employers were going to hold on to this money, provided for enhanced dividends or, something of that nature, rather than giving it and reinvesting it into the workforce, growing the economy from the middle out. And so Democrats need to figure out a way to, recognize that this isn't crumbs. In places like Ohio, $1,000 goes a long way, and to characterize it as such is really out of touch with middle America. Especially when you may have a net worth of $100 million yourself. Kevin, you're in the heart of, you're a businessman, among other things. How are you seeing this play out?
Well, I think, number one, there's no question that the tax plan is good for business. And what's really bad for the Democrats right now is Nancy Pelosi being the face of being against tax bills. I think the GOP would be smart to pay her way on traveling across the United States, because Nancy Pelosi and state across state being the anti-tax bill, it is not good. It only brings more people onto this. It kind of pulls back the light, and people start looking, they say, whether you like the bill or not, it's not a scam. It's putting money back in people's pockets. It's having businesses reinvest. And so Nancy Pelosi, I want her to keep doing it as long as she can.
Of course, Gina, let's not forget, she also said it was unpatriotic.
Charles, watching your coverage today on your show, I'm not sure if you're seeing what I'm seeing here, but you look at this president who's listening to both sides, listening to people he clearly disagrees with, but listening, validating, hearing them. And then you look at someone like Nancy Pelosi, who is a continuum of Hillary Clinton, who was completely tone deaf to the voice of the American people. Nancy Pelosi and her $100 million net worth, as you pointed out, cannot hear people that $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 is a lot of money to them. She can't hear the people who have jobs now because of what President Trump has done to change our economy. The American people are rising up to say, you know what, we support this. We support the good things that are happening in our economy. Americans want something to be for, not something to be against. And the Democrats are going to have to hear that.
Maybe it's not that she can't hear it. Maybe she's just not listening for it. Real quick, Kevin, some Democrats are saying this is just a short-term blip. As a businessman, do you think this creates long-term opportunity?
Oh, it absolutely does. It's reinvestment. I was at a conference last week in Florida where a business was talking about how much they're going to be reinvesting in their business, an American business, over the next few years. And so it's not just, there is the salaries, there's the short-term bonuses, but there are long-term effects that are going to lead to more jobs, more money in people's pockets, and more businesses wanting to do business in the United States of America. So it is a long-term benefit, and you're going to see more and more Democrats start to align themselves with it.
Kevin, Gina, Capri, thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Charles.
Thank you.
All right, coming up.